Hi, I'm Denise with Oasis Medical, and you're invited on my dry eye journey. Today, I'm getting punctal plugs placed. Come on, let's go. We're here with my eye care professional, and we are going to discover what degree of dry eye I actually have. Is it mild, moderate, severe? And from there, we'll see what sort of options I have for treatment. First is the diagnostics. Right now, you're about to see a thread test.
Okay, and then so I looked at her eyes, and then I like to look at the puncta itself. So have you look up and to the right, invert the lid, and you can see the puncta. And the reason I do that is I like to see like what size.
That's how you determine
That's how I determine.
size.
I just look and say, oh yeah, it's a small or something. And you always look at both because it could be different sizes.
Really?
Yeah, it's not always symmetrical. This is the Zone Quick Phenol Red Thread Test. PRT. Take it out. Look straight ahead like you're doing. Just hooks right into that little lateral canthal. Beautiful, that's perfect. And then 15 seconds. So you just look straight ahead. You can blink, no problem. It's okay if you do that. We're just measuring how much tear film you're making. So when the tear kind of hits that thread, the yellow turns red. And that's how we measure. Beautiful.
Doesn't it cause reflex tearing though?
No, not really. Yeah, it's not supposed to. And even if it does, it's okay. So we measure how much dryness you have. You just put this on 0. The ruler's on the back of the sheet.
So that was really strange. I just had these little threads hanging from the edges of my eyes, and I didn't feel anything other than a little bit of a tickle, and outside of that, that was it. So now the next test he's going to do on me is TBUT, or TFBUT, which is tear film breakup time. And so he's going to use something called fluorescein, which is a dye, and they'll put a droplet of it in my eye using this paper. You'll see. Watch this.
This fluorescein. We're going to use the left. We're going to do the left eye first. And then, and then,
Can I continue to blink or no?
Yep, keep blinking. So you're going to spread the dye across the eye. We go to the blue. And then we just wait, and then blink, and then just look straight ahead. And we're just waiting for the fluorescein to break up. So it's starting to break up right about now.
So that was really painless. All I had to do is just kind of look out in the distance and hold my eyes, or keep my eyes rather, from blinking. And I could actually feel the dryness taking over and my tearing starts to flow. And it was a interesting experience, but painless. That's the most important part, right? So now we are going to decide on what plug is the right fit for me. Plugs fall into different categories. We're going to say short-term. Collagen plug would be a short-term plug because it lasts up to about 5 days. Then there are absorbable or dissolvable plugs, and those can last 3 months or 6 months. There's also long-term plugs, and those can be silicone plugs and hydrogel plugs. So now we're trying to decide which of these different plugs would be the right fit for me. So based on my results in the diagnostics, I have dry eye, but it's mild. So I'm going to get extended duration punctal plugs placed in my puncta.
So the dilation is important because we're trying to open the puncta as much as we can to create that space to put the light. Yeah, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, frankly. So the my predictions are going to be like a 0.5 or 0.6. But,
you get to test out your predictions.
Yeah, so that's my hypothesis. Let's see. We'll see if maybe we should let it. So you want to take a look. This is we're going to measure how large her puncta is. So you can see there's a number on here, and there's a little opening. And so that 0.4 means it's a 0.4 millimeter diameter puncta. And then on the other side is a 0.5. And you want to measure both sides. Are you comfortable like that?
That's fine.
You want to raise it? You're good?
It's okay.
Okay. And then we're gonna have you just have your forehead, just hit that bar. And then you can just kind of, so 0.5 is gonna be snug. I'm not even gonna try 0.6, you won't like that.
Okay.
And then that's the right eye, right lower lid puncta. And then I'm gonna do the left. You wanna look up and to the right, it just turns your eye away, and then up and to the left, sorry. Turns your eye away from the action. These are small punctas. It's a little uncomfortable, right?
Yeah. What was that one?
This is a 0.4.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a small puncta. Is that uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't put it
felt
here.
the stretch.
So the whole purpose of that whole exercise is to figure out what the size was, and you try to want to match it. Okay. So like I would say you're a 5, you're like a 4 or 5, you know. So you would put a 0.5 in, that would probably be a good fit.
Okay.
4 would be maybe, 4 would probably work for me. That's why it's hurting.
Mm-hmm.
That just turns your eye away. See how it goes right in? And I just dunk it in. You don't really want it sticking out because it'll fall out. And that's it. It's done.
So I just had my punctal plugs placed, and we ended up going with the absorbable plugs. How did it feel? Placement of the plug didn't feel a thing, and that was kind of surprising. I really thought there might be some sort of sensation of a foreign body, but there wasn't. So it was kind of a neat experience, and I'm glad they're in, and we'll see how it goes from this point forward. Ask your eye care professional if punctal plugs are right for you.